What is going on? Don't know if anybody's out there. Welcome to the Life of Lynn channel. I'm Dustin. We're doing a live stream. We haven't done a live stream in like a year since I've had the Barth. So it's been a while. Let me adjust things here. Welcome to my basement lair. Spare bedroom, office, extra pantry, that sort of thing. Just going to do a Q&A tonight. So if any of you guys want to know anything about the channel, me, projects we're working on, we'll go all the way back to the old Barth, go to the future. What do we plan on doing? I'm going to jump in on the chat here, and we'll wait for a few more people to come on in. What's up? Yep. All right, we got a few people rolling on in here. Hello, Flat Tire. What's up? Darren W. What's up, man? Yeah, it is. It feels like Canada. I've never been there, but I'm assuming Canada has a lot of snow, and it doesn't go anywhere all winter. Yeah, guys, it's been horrible. I can't believe how bad the snow has been. Never seen it like this before. 5 inches, 8 inches, 10 inches, 15 inches, just every 5 days. And then it blows into giant 10-foot drifts, and it doesn't go away. When, what, and why are my questions. Right now, why? I don't know. It's Saturday night. My kids have a bunch of friends over, and they're making a ton of noise right now. So I figured I'm going to just jump in the office and chat with you guys. Hello from Texas. What's up? England. Excellent. Hello. We've got overseas people here on board. Welcome, welcome. JD. What's one of my dog's names? Mr. Muskie. What's up, man? How are you guys doing? Yeah, so this is just completely informal, out of the blue. Thought, let's chit chat. Not a problem. Yeah, snow in Canada sticks around for about 5 months. I think it's going to be here for at least 3. This is a weird spot. So where we live in Colorado, it's like a high mountain desert. We're on the top of a plain. Everything is flat. We don't have the pretty mountains in the background. We're up above 4,000 feet still, though. So we get this weird cold sometimes. And then in the summer, it gets hot and dry. It's a weird spot to live. But land is cheap. Lake Erie. All right. Yeah. Do you guys get that lake effect snow up there? Or do you have to be on like the east side of all the lakes? Central Canada. Yeah. Cold up there too. Been a weird winter. Like I said, never seen anything like it here. The last 3 episodes have basically been, look at all the snow. I can't do anything. I've got so many projects. You guys know how it goes. You start a project, something happens, you push it to the side, and then you're like, oh, new project. And you set that next to the other one, and then it builds up, and then that's what you have. But this channel's been, almost 4 years now. We've grown to 52,000 subscribers. And, I really want to get some more content out for you guys. It's just been a struggle for sure. So, out in the Northeast, yeah. So I hope you guys are having a good night. Feel free to ask any questions in the chat. I'll do my best to answer them, whether they're about the channel or projects or whatever. Yeah, the Rockies. The Rocky Mountains go for a long time. I used to live in the Rocky Mountains, in the pretty part of Colorado, but that was many years ago. And, too many people from different areas decided that Colorado would be a good place to move. And now things are really expensive because that's what happens. Supply and demand. You've got a limited supply of land, especially pretty land in the mountains, and you have a lot of demand for it. Prices go way up there. 2 degrees Celsius in Hamilton, Ontario. Yeah, that's pretty cold. Greetings from Chicago from Scott D. Hi, Scott. Love to get my 1990 DR 650s up and running and ride through some snow. I'm assuming that's a snowmobile. I'm not a snowmobile guy. I don't have any because it normally doesn't snow that much here. Might have to get some, but probably everybody else around here thought the same thing. So probably hard to find. Might find one not running. I can thank Brandon for that. What is up, Adam? How are you, man? Hope you're doing good, buddy. Been a while since I've seen you. I will get with you later on some new developments of I might be doing some more dealership stuff. So we'll talk about that later, bud. We'll trade a dozen eggs for some land in Colorado. Yeah. Luckily I have, 20 some odd chickens. So a dozen eggs is no big deal for me almost daily now. So that's pretty cool. Dual sport bike. Okay. All right. Yeah, I had a Suzuki SV 650. Really liked that bike a lot. Had it for several years. Actually sold it because I think I'm going to get an adventure bike next spring. We're kind of rearranging here. I've sold a lot of the projects. Some of you guys might have remembered my, my Bluebird bus. Had big plans for that. Somebody offered me a ton of money for it. Sold that. Same thing with the Suzuki, like 3 times what I paid for it. So sold that. You just when the economy is like this, you can't turn down deals where you're making 3x profits, guys. Husker fan, yeah, we got some Nebraska people here for sure. So hunting and fishing out here. Depends. Pheasants are pretty good out in this area. Fishing's not bad on the lakes and rivers, but I'm horrible at fishing. If you've ever watched those episodes, I haven't caught a fish in like 2 years. It's been pretty bad. Started fly fishing this year, thinking that's the ticket, guys. I'm gonna learn how to tie my own flies and just, and nope. Spent 2 days up on the Dream Stream in Colorado and didn't catch a fish. Texas, I got family down in Texas. It's warm sometimes there, most of the time actually, and then all of a sudden they'll get that tip of the cold snap that we get here. It's hard on things. Hopefully the power stays on this year, huh? Well, appreciate you guys jumping in on the live stream. Didn't have anything really specific to talk about, so feel free. Oh, I see a question. What do we got here? What do we got? Question regarding that 1986 RV bus. Did you ever miss it after it was sold? Yeah, the 1986 Barth. That was our best performing video on this channel. We got the first video, millions of views. Millions. Okay, I mean, it's like 1.2 million, but it had a lot of views. And the other like 10 videos I did about rebuilding everything on it did pretty well as well. I ended up seeing that thing in Nebraska. I was driving through a town up north, and I was in a neighborhood because I needed to waste some time. So we're just like doing laps, through towns. Just, that's something people do, right? And I looked over and I was like, oh, that's a Barth. Is that my Barth? And I saw, the paint flakes were in the right spot, and I could see the solar panels I put on the roof. And I was like, that is my Barth right there. That is amazing. Again, that was another one of those situations where we just finished building the shop here at the house, and it went over budget. I needed some extra cash, and somebody offered me, geez, what is that? I paid $650 for that thing. spent maybe $2,000 or $3,000 fixing everything and getting it home. And then I sold it for several $1,000s more than that. But I do miss it. It was a really cool rig. Not super practical for us because it didn't have enough beds in it for my whole family. There's 6 of us. And it got 3 miles to the gallon, or maybe 3 gallons to the mile. It was the most atrocious fuel mileage I've ever seen in a vehicle. So even driving it to a nearby lake, which is only 30 minutes away, was, $60, $70. Expensive. And that was before gas prices went up. I love the Barth, though. I mean, a lot of you guys joined this channel because of the Barth. I think I went from 6,000 subscribers to 25,000 subscribers just because I bought that thing. And it was cool because of the deal I got on it. I really like doing the auction stuff and the really cheap stuff. Buying stuff that doesn't run for incredibly cheap, getting it running, driving it home, fixing it, and then eventually selling it because it's served its purpose. I know a lot of people like, oh, why'd you sell that? You got to keep it on the channel, guys. If I keep everything, my wife's going to kill me, for one. So I don't know. It was a fun project. I got everything fixed on it, and it was a great rig once it left here. And the guy that has it now is happy with it. So that's pretty cool. I'd like to be able to do more of that. And I think I'm going to be able to this summer. The last couple of years have been kind of weird with everything going on around the world, and the economy and everything like that. So I've kind of backed off of where I was going. And I think now we're going to try to do a new direction of, like, you guys have all probably seen Derek from Vice Grip Garage, right? That guy is doing like, 3 to 5 vehicles a month on his channel, of like going and finding it 700 miles away, getting it running, driving it home. And that's usually where his episodes end. But I would like to do more of that as opposed to this buying a project, doing a couple of videos, and then like several months go by and do like one more video, and then another couple months go by and do another video. It seems like people lose interest at that rate. So I'm going to try to do one thing at a time and just get it all knocked out at once and do 1, maybe 2 videos on it, and then done. And then do another one. Bam. 1 or 2 videos, get it out of the way, and then done. So we'll see what happens. The snowstorm back in 21. Oh, yeah. Texas, when the power grids went down. Rough time. Yeah, it's always cold and windy here. Usually it doesn't snow, but we got snow this year. Everything's still working. Power's been on. The wind towers are still spinning away out there, doing whatever they're supposed to be doing. Adam's got no fuel economy. Yeah, I hear you, man. Those 454s are really cool until, you're paying $4 a gallon for gas. Yeah, that's true. Texas did have power outages for quite a while. Actually, I had some customers down there that had an RV, and all the neighbors were coming over to them in their motorhome because they could just fire up the old diesel generator that was on board, and they had heat and power and whatever else. That's the nice thing about an RV, guys. You got to think about that as like an emergency plan or bug out vehicle or something like that. An RV can be pretty handy. If you get that sucker like rigged up, ready to go with like an entire household full of stuff already in it, that's kind of cool. Like for me, like my adventure rig, which is my slide-in pickup camper in the back of the truck, I got that thing loaded with freeze-dried food and bottled water and stuff. So A, it's ready to go camping, and B, if I need to the tornado knocked out the entire town and we're all screwed, maybe get out of town with that before it happens, or just think about it, Yeah, bed and breakfast connections. Yeah, if you could find a place that was warm and comfortable, that would be ideal. A lot of places weren't insulated real well. I have seen that a lot of houses in Texas just have tin on the roof, and then no wood or insulation up on the roof because of condensation. They don't put any insulation up there. So it's literally just metal over wood in an attic, and then your ceiling. So yeah, you lose temperature pretty fast. How many people we got here? What's up, everybody? 19? I mean, that's not bad. Hello, 19 of you. Appreciate the thumbs up. So some stuff I'm working on. I'm finishing up a video right now that's not about snow, finally. We're going to be doing the final video on our 1975 International pickup. We're going to be getting that back. That's actually being edited right now. So that's going to be a really cool video. I think you guys are going to enjoy that. Giving it back to the original owner. So we picked that pickup up from him. It's been sitting in a field for years. It was his daddy's pickup. He's an old farmer and just he can't work on it anymore. So we did get everything fixed on that thing, and it's going back home. So we're going to surprise him with that. And, we're not going to charge him a dime. So it's going to be pretty cool when we do that. Then that also gives me room to move on to my next project. The 6-liter LQ4 V8 that I have sitting in the shop is very close to being put back together right now. So I can't wait to get that back together. Then we got to build a fuel system. I'm going to try to run it on the stand. And if that is successful, we will be putting that in the Winnebago for the springtime. And I'm really hoping I build a Winnebago that can do wheelies. That's the goal. It's probably going to break into 1,000 splinters when it comes down and hits the ground if it does do a wheelie, but it's going to be one of the coolest videos I've ever done. Yeah, twin turbo time. Yeah, there's a lot of little intricate parts that, you kind of don't think of. Oil return lines, where are those going to go? Oh, we got to drill holes in the oil pan and weld onto this aluminum and stuff too. It's just a lot of little stuff that you don't think of. You're like, oh, I'm just going to get these turbos and these mounts and, we're going to throw these performance parts inside the engine. And it's taken a long time, A, to get the parts, B, to afford some of them. So that's kind of where we're at with that. I do still have the sale car. I was hoping that video was going to go a lot further. I actually put quite a bit of work into converting that 80s Fox Body Mustang into a sail car, and it does actually sail. And, I think that video only had like 3,500 views or something like that. And I was expecting that one to be kind of better just because I had a lot of fun with it, but I guess not. Maybe we'll revisit that in the spring when we get into the windy season. Or maybe I'll put some skis on it and we'll go sailing through the snow. I don't know. That'd be cool. Howdy from London. Hello from Colorado. Yes, the new toaster. Oh, Norway too. What's up? Norway, that's a hot minute from here. I'm sure it's not incredibly warm there this time of year as well. Hello, Tom and Julie in Arkansas. No snow, just rain. Yeah, I've been watching the weather maps. It looks kind of interesting. You guys are kind of like on that line. Is it going to be snow? Is it going to be rain? Is it going to be a tornado? You don't know. How about buying some land down there, actually? Because not as expensive as some other places. And, you could buy some little backwoods joint down there and build something on it. Could be cool. Temperatures here so far, we had a cold snap that dropped down to, these are Fahrenheit temperatures. I can't do the Celsius calculations off the top of my head, but in Fahrenheit, -22, and that was the actual temperature. With wind chill, we're looking at -55, 56, -56 Fahrenheit. What is that in Celsius? -1,000,000. I don't know. It was horribly cold. We have been fighting a lot of condensation issues with our wood stove and stuff. Chimney's been getting super cold, so we're getting condensation on the inside, and it's running back down the chimney and coming out inside of the house, which has not been ideal for little black puddles on your floor. So I'm working on that. Got a stainless steel liner going in that here pretty soon. The cold has not been fun. I'm actually surprised our livestock and stuff made it through that. We actually had a neighbor come pick up our horse and stuff and bring it to her house so she could put her in the barn, because I don't have a barn up yet, guys. The homestead's new. If you're a real OG on this channel, you'll remember back 3 years ago when we built this house on a bare piece of land. We've actually come a long ways, but we've got a long ways to go on that for sure. Greetings from Vermont. Know some people up there too. Hello. Usually after minus 40 Fahrenheit and Celsius temps are about the same. Okay, so yeah, it was cold then. Here's to the Winnebago Parts Fund. Right on, man. Canadian Chris. Thanks, brother. Appreciate that. $5. What a nice fella. 5 Canadian. Don't know what that is, but I think it's pretty close. Really appreciate you. Thank you guys for stopping in and asking your questions tonight. Feel free to fire away in the chat there. That's all I got over here. I got my chat lined up so I can see what you guys are talking about. I got a lot of plans, man. If I was like Elon Musk and had his ability and money, I would have a lot of stuff done. But I'm not. I am just some hillbilly in Colorado. I'm not even a hillbilly. We don't have hills here. As my cousin says, we're farm billies, not hillbillies. Okay? But we're making progress. The shop was a big thing for getting some jobs done. Prices have been crazy on even used stuff right now. You know, I was just actually going through receipts that I had. And just 2 years ago, I was picking stuff up for $300, $400, you know, less than $1,300 all the way down to $300. And I was making it work. One of the coolest things I ever picked up, and this is a really old video on this channel, is when I bought a yacht for $200 on Copart. It was a 32-footer. It weighed 14,000 pounds with an iron keel on it. It was amazing. I did end up spending $3,000 having that thing towed here to Colorado because it was from Oklahoma. But yeah, you know, prices have been weird. It's been really hard on the channel just for us to find the stuff that we normally would buy. That was a big old girl. We actually used to have yacht parties in that thing. Sitting in front of my shop, I had it up on a big self-made, what do you call that? Kind of wooden jack holder thing that holds the boat up. Anyway, we used to have a ladder on the back so we could climb up into it, and we'd have I'd turn on all the lights and stuff, kick on the stereo, have some cold snacks, and we'd have yacht parties in the middle of the Colorado Plains with it. It was awesome. Yes, dry docking, if you will. It's just, you just chill. You kick it, you know, you hang out, maybe put the sail up for fun. Another project that, you know, I did put a lot of money into that one, but I also had a guy that was like, I'm going to finish this and put it on the lake. And he came and made a huge cash offer on that one too. So that tends to be how my projects disappear. You know, I get them most of the way done, and then somebody else gets excited that they have a project that's pretty much there, and they offer me an amount that I can't turn down. I don't sell stuff at a loss. I never do. I'll just keep it. But if the profit's there and somebody offers me enough money, I'll sell it, unless I plan on making a lot more videos about it. But here in the future, like I said, financially, I think coming up, we're going to have a little bit more money to play with for the channel. And I think I'm going to be able to do some faster projects, you know, boom, 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 and then do a couple videos on it. This waiting 3 to 6 months to get stuff done is killing me. It's been hard on the channel too. You know, we've lost subscribers because of how long it takes us to do stuff. And, you know, guys, I'm a busy guy. We've got multiple home businesses. You know, I got 4 kids, and we're busy all the time. So when I can fit in projects and doing, you know, all the editing and stuff, it takes forever. So it takes some time to do all these videos for everybody. And, you know, it's still probably going to be maybe 3 to 4 videos a month, but they're going to be better videos and they're going to be faster. Yeah, people should not leave your channel because it's hard to find projects, right? Yeah, I know, right? um, Another thing is the YouTube algorithm doesn't like you unless you're posting like twice a week. If you're posting twice a week, they help promote you because they see you as a better, solid resource for them to put advertisements on. With me posting every other week or so, they tend to not even notify the people that are subscribed to this channel. For instance, this channel has 52,000 subscribers, and we're only seeing maybe at the top 30,000 views on a really good video. Typically, they're only seeing about 5,000 views. And right now, there's only 29 people here. So, I mean, that tells you a lot of people aren't getting notified that these videos are being posted anymore. I had people that used to post every single video and comment down below, and I would always respond to everybody's comments. If I didn't respond to it, I at least read it. And, they don't even comment anymore. So maybe they're not getting notified, or maybe they don't like the channel anymore. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I'm just going to do what I can when I can. Obviously, businesses and family come way before YouTube channel does. But, we're here tonight. So we're chit-chatting. What's everybody up to in their part of the world? What are you guys doing tonight? It's 7:15 here in Colorado. It's a little cool outside, about 16 degrees Fahrenheit. Your husband loves watching the channel. Well, I appreciate him, and you, of course, for watching the channel. Appreciate all of you guys. 2:15, I'm in bed. Well, I appreciate you jumping in here and saying, hey. Scotty74, you're making lasagna. Good deal. Just had dinner myself. NFL playoffs. There you go. Got something to watch. Maybe this was a bad time for me to be live streaming, huh? $3:15. That is early in the morning. 9:15 there. Yeah. See, so it's hard to find the right time to live stream ever because you got people all over the world. So you don't know where's everybody going to be. Sleeping, making dinner, watching the sports, if you will. Just after midday Sunday in Australia. That's really something when you think about it. Like Sunday, it's tomorrow there, and it's Saturday night here. Not even that late, really. 7:15. Sun went down a couple hours ago. It's cooled off quite a bit. Everything's frosty out there. Adam's been thawing out, huh? Yeah, nope. I think the car market's getting kind of weird. I don't know if you guys have seen, but it seems like cheap stuff's selling, but new cars are still kind of hard to get, I think. But I don't know. The auctions have been weird. I've been expecting the prices to just really drop at the auctions, and they haven't yet. Waiting for it. That hammer is going to come down, guys, so get ready. Get your stuff squared away, is what I'm saying. We actually recently made some moves to like really focus on getting stuff paid off. So we're doing pretty good in that respect. I recommend you guys do the same because, when everything hits the bottom, you want to be there to buy in, buy up stuff that people are just dumping because they can't afford it. There's going to be Airbnb rental houses. There's going to be nice cars for dirt cheap because people will be dumping stuff. And that's when you want to buy in. So that's what we're kind of doing right now too, getting stuff paid off so we can buy back in at the bottom and see what's going on. Hello, waving. What's up, Grumpy Bear? Thailand, 75 degrees Fahrenheit and sunny every day. Wow, that sounds nice, doesn't it? I think we have about 2 weeks a year that's just sunny and 75, and I love them. I really do. I typically end up working on those days because, you got to catch up on the stuff that you didn't do when the weather was horrible. And yeah, I wish I had time to just sit on the beach and sip Mai Tais when it was sunny and 75. 56 degrees in San Diego. That still sounds pretty good. I think it got up to about 26 degrees Fahrenheit here today. That whiskey time. Stack it to the rafters. Yep, you were correct, man. Do the things. Yes, Bear Independent. If you guys haven't checked out that channel, if you're into prepping, that sort of thing, always good to be prepared. Lazy cold night. Yeah, me too. Just kicking it with you guys for a little bit.
No, not you guys.
Everything's expensive in Australia. I think everything's expensive everywhere, Greg. Yeah, no, I've just recently this month, January, we did notice that the price of everything has gone up, right? Everybody's feeling it a little bit. And then, you get that beginning of the year increase in all your services. My yearly stuff that I always buy, anywhere from software to energy bills. Our insurance went up. Everything went up on that. I mean, we're talking majorly up. Car insurance, home insurance, business insurance, every single one of those went right up through the roof. So, yeah, we had to make some changes around here, which, we'll talk about that later in the coming months, what we're doing. But I think that's going to be good for the channel in the long run. So we'll see what happens with that. 33 degrees. Knife hands. I'm not knife handing you. I'm just using knife hands, okay? You have wages to match. I mean, yeah, if you're living somewhere where the prices are high, but you're making good money, it's all right. Wages out here aren't typically that good, but the cost of living compared to the rest of Colorado usually is. Both the price of everything else going up. It's just getting weird out there, Like I said, I think the hammer's going to drop, the market's going to come apart, and buying at the bottom, guys. Just get yourself situated so you're in a position of power. And basically, I'm saying buy the dip. We're not talking about stocks here, but when the whole world does the whoop, you pick up the pieces. You help other people get going again by financially trading them for their goods. 57 Chevys are going to be a lot cheaper here in a year or two. Everyone is going to have to keep chickens to be able to eat eggs. Yeah, that's why I keep chickens, man. Cows, chickens, those are our two things. Freezers full of food and daily eggs. Great. I think we're going to be getting some goats here pretty soon. Daily milk then, too, which will be pretty awesome. Yep. All you guys got to do is set yourself up for success. And it's not easy, man. I've been struggling to do this for a long time. Moving out to this property was like the biggest thing, getting out of the city, moving out to the country, and then starting from scratch. This was a blank piece of land. We had to put in all the infrastructure, power, wells, septic, build the house. And then we had to start putting in fencing and chicken coops and water. Then we started on the gardens. And then last year, you guys saw we built the new shop, 60 by 60 feet, 16-foot walls on it. It's huge. I can get full-size motorhomes and city buses inside this thing. I wish it was a little bit better insulated because heating it is incredibly expensive. So I usually just turn on a torpedo heater and aim it towards where I'm working. But it gets the job done. And I really enjoy it. Need to take a sip here. Yep, sold on the Barth restorations. I know you guys missed the Barth. Maybe I'll buy it back here in the future when the timing's right. I don't know what I do with it though anymore. Like I think we got to the point where we're thinking, well, are we going to tear the carpet out and paint it, and then it's going to be done? I guess we could have gone on some adventures. But honestly, for me personally, the slide-in pickup camper I got for my Duramax is my favorite camper I've ever had. It's 1,300 pounds in the back of my truck with everything I need in it. You know, I got a fridge. I've got solar on this thing. It's got everything I need. You know, a nice queen bed up front, and the table folds down, so I have enough room for my two youngest kids. So if the older kids come with us, they got a tent. It's still, but for what it is, like I said, 1,300 pounds in the back of my truck. I just set it in there for the year, and then I go off and do adventures. You know, Friday after work, I'm going to go fishing for 2 or 3 days. Cool. Throw my cooler in the back, jump in the front, fill it up with diesel, and take off for 3 days. It's awesome. We'll be doing more solar stuff. I promise you guys that. One of the solar projects I started working on, I have one video on the channel of where I was at so far. I was hoping to get the second one done, but the person that's having me install the solar has not done the groundwork to install the solar array. So we've never been able to actually hook up the panels yet. We just have all the batteries and stuff there. So we're just waiting on that. No big deal on that one. But it, you know, blizzard, snow, ice, it's going to be spring. Yeah, sailboat racing on the dirt road. Yeah, the yacht stang was a cool build. Fun car, and it does actually sail on the road. You have to wait for the wind to be blowing just the right direction, because you know you can't do this kind of thing. Love the shop. Yeah, me too, man. Dude, it was amazing to have that thing finished out there. Still got some stuff I want to do in it, but it is solar powered. I can heat it with my wood stove, and I hope to have an office that's insulated inside of it here pretty soon. But waiting for lumber to come down. Sounds like it is a little bit, so maybe this spring. Hot Rod Winnebago is going to be an epic build. I bit off more than I could chew. I bought this thing not running, you know, did a couple episodes on getting it running, and then I was like, this thing needs a lot of power because I want to see a Winnebago do a wheelie. And there's some backstory to that too. The very first RV I ever bought was when I was like 23, and it was called the Murder Bago, and we painted it flat black, and it had skulls on the side, and it had a 440 Dodge 440 big block in it, and we gutted the inside so it was pretty light. It had some like furniture and like a random lamp and stuff inside. It was like a party bus, right? And that thing would power slide and do burnouts for days. And like these old dry rotted dually tires, they would just blow white smoke, and like you couldn't see the entire neighborhood. It was the coolest thing ever. Like seeing a 70s Winnebago just down the street, pouring smoke off the tires. And that's really where I got the idea for, I wanted to build a Winnebago that could do wheelies. And I think that would be the coolest thing, the 70s Winnebago that I have, putting a twin turbo LS in it. Obviously, we're going to have to do transmission work. We're going to have to put a bigger stall converter in it. We got to do something to try to get the power to where it's just going to grab and hook. I don't know if the tires will hold it, but I think adding ballast behind the rear tires, I filled it up with bricks. So I think the ballast is probably just going to let it ride, you know? The canned ham. I've had a couple of canned hams myself. You know, it's good to have them, even if you don't use them all the time. The canned ham camper is still good. Did you put solar on that, or did I put solar on that? I feel like there's some solar happened on that. Solar on a 17-foot travel trailer. Yeah, guys, solar is getting pretty cheap. I mean, you can put a 200-watt kit, order one off of Amazon. Cheap, pretty cheap anyway. You know, I think, geez, what are they, $250, $300, something like that now? Solar is super expensive. We spent over $40,000 on a system to run our house. Yeah, when you're talking about enough solar to live like you live now, I think as modern society, we've all kind of gotten used to abundance. And it's hard to go to a system where you'd have to cut back. So to build a solar system that would power everything you want all the time is still very expensive. Even my setup for my shop, I think I spent $4,000 or $5,000 maybe on that, and a lot of it was on the inverter. That's an expensive piece of equipment. 10 kilowatt system. Nice, Grumpy Bear. Good job on that. Yeah, 10 kilowatts is pretty good. That's almost 10 times what I have on the shop. So as you can imagine, I have to be careful what I use in the shop. And when I leave every day, everything gets shut off. So, it's not using anything overnight except for my mini fridge out there. And then in the morning, in the summertime, it's not bad. But this time of year when I'm coming in and firing up torpedo heaters and all the lights because it's dark, burning through the batteries pretty quick. I need NOS. We put some nitrous on that 6 liter. That's like one of my favorite engines, man. You get a Denali with a 6 liter in it, and yeah, I mean, it wasn't the most powerful thing ever, but that thing's a tank. We're talking a big iron block here, and she just takes the power. I plan on running in that hot rod Winnebago, 25 pounds of boost. All the data that I've put together with the cam that I have, if I have the right fuel system, key thing here, you have to have the perfect amount of fuel, otherwise it'll come apart. The bottom end should hold 1,000 horsepower for at least a while, and 25 psi is going to be what gets us at 1,000 horsepower on that thing. It's getting really loud upstairs. Whoa, goodness. The house is coming down. Kids are having fun. What brand of travel trailer do you think is the best? Me and my wife want to get one. Which is the best quality? Whew, that's a big debate, guys. I've worked on a lot of stuff. And honestly, if you're looking for just a regular travel trailer, either a bumper pull or fifth wheel, it doesn't matter. If you have the money, get a Grand Design. That is probably one of my favorite brands out there. So it's a Grand Design is what it's called, or Grand Design, and maybe they shortened it to just Grand Design now. But they have a couple different series now. They got the kind of middle of the road one. I think it's all white fiberglass, and they got the more expensive one. It's tan fiberglass, and I can't remember the submodel names of them, but those I don't work on very much because they're usually not as broken. So I guess that's a good sign. And every one I've been in, I've always just admired how nicely built they were. So that's what I would go with if I had $30,000 or $40,000 for new travel trailer. I should do a collab with Pole Barn Garage. Hey, that'd be cool. I like that guy. Big into him and the guys over there at Junkyard Digs. Man, I'd love to get into their. Have you seen their Grand Prix? The Grand Prix, where they buy a bunch of junk Pontiac Grand Prix and they drive them around in a field until they just quit running, basically. It's amazing. I want to be part of that. Yeah, I might have to find their email address and reach out to them. On the solar stuff, yeah, the inverters are getting a little bit cheaper. It's the batteries that are getting crazy. Yeah. So I have to admit the batteries I got at an extremely good deal because they were used AGMs, but they were gently used AGMs. They were part of a system of just staying fully charged all the time as a backup. So they never really got drawn down. So they were in really good condition for 2 years old. Not great still. They're just AGMs and they are used, but I got a really good deal on them. So that's what I have right now. I would love to step over to the lithium world, but man, $700 a battery and I need 8 of them. Woo! I ain't got that kind of money, guys. I mean, I got blankets on my windows. I mean, okay. Let's see here. Never heard anything bad about Grand Design campers. No, yeah, me neither. The Gulfstream's not bad. They're middle of the road kind of thing. You know, you're not going to spend a ton of money, but you're not getting the bargain basement kind of stuff either. And an important thing to note too is pretty much all campers are the same when it comes to appliances. It's all the same stuff. Whether you bought a $1,500 bumper pull travel trailer or bought a $700,000 diesel pusher motorhome, pretty much all the electronics that make them work are the same. There might just be bigger and more of it in a bigger motorhome. All right, man. See you later, Adam. Appreciate you jumping in on the live stream. Stay warm out there, man. Hope things go good for you. I'll talk to you shortly. Yeah, I just found Pole Barn Garage from Junkyard Digs. Yep. Yeah, he's pretty great. I got 100 AGM batteries for $100. Talk about luck. Yeah, no, that's a smoking deal, man. You can do a lot with that. Yeah, deals are out there. And like I was saying earlier, they used to be a lot more prevalent. You could find deals everywhere. Like I said, I was buying cars for $300 at auction. I was buying that yacht for $200. Those deals really aren't there anymore. There's still some deals, especially if you're looking. I've been dabbling in the Facebook marketplace or whatever. So people that don't know that prices are insane right now, you know, there's a few of them out there, but there's a lot of people trying to just jump in and find those too. So if you're not first, you're not going to get those deals. So it's like a full-time job looking for junk to try to fix. Because I think everybody's trying to do the side hustle thing because things are getting expensive, right?